Hi, I'm Tom Shue, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to look at an image, analyze what you see, and use those clues to recreate images. There's this person named Jill Greenberg. She made this really amazing set of images with these crying kids she calls End Time. Okay? Now, if you click on them, they'll get bigger, and then let's look at a couple of them. Here's one. Let's zoom in and look right at this one. Okay, you can see that he's got a rim light coming from each side, so that means he's got lights coming from both on the back sides. You can also see that the background color is kind of like dark on the edges, light on the inside. That means he has some kind of a center light in the back that's causing a gradient. But the real clue is how she lit the front. Now, this is a pretty complex setup, and the way I count it, she has two backlights plus a gradient light for the background, so that's three in the back, and she's got three in the front. Now, if you look at these catch lights, you can see that she's got three round modifiers. She's got two umbrellas, one on each side, and she's got a beauty dish in the center. Okay? But if you look at a couple of the other images, you can see that there's something else going on here. Let's zoom in. You can still see we've got our umbrellas on each side and our beauty dish in the middle. Let's look at this one here. Same situation. Beauty dish in the middle, umbrellas on both sides. The subject's face is turned away a little bit. This is the one that was most interesting to me. Look at these catch lights. You can see that you got both umbrellas and the beauty dish in the middle. And down at the bottom, you got something going on down here. I'm going to tell you what that is. Let's look at one last one. This is the one that gave it away for me. You see this, what's going on? You got this tears creating a reflection off the eye. But if you look down here, you've got some more catch lights. So you got both umbrellas, and then you got the beauty dish in the middle, both umbrellas and the beauty dish in the middle. I'm going to tell you where this bottom one comes from in just 1 second. Let's open up Photoshop here, and I'm going to look at this. I broke this diagram down so you can see what's going on. This is our subject here. Okay. Ooh, let me grab that back. Sorry, guys. So we've got our subject. And now let's open up this layer. There's our background. And here's our two backlights. They're two strip boxes because if you look at the picture, you can see that it runs from the top of the head down the shoulders on some of them. Let's look at maybe this one right here. Nope, let's pull this one back. You can see it's running pretty down low on the shoulders and it's going up to the side of the head. So you know that you definitely got some strip bank action going on. Let's go back into Photoshop because they're nice and tall. And they're probably gridded. Because if you don't have a grid in it, the light's going to come flaring out. And it's going to get in your camera and cause those lens flares, or you're going to lose contrast. Let's look at further into what's going on here. So here's her main lights for the front. She got a umbrella on both sides and a beauty dish in the center. And then there's the light coming in from it. Okay, it's probably gridded in the front, and it's up a little high and it's angled down. The reason why I say it's angled down, if you look at the top of their hair, there looks like a hair light going on, but it's not coming from above, directly above. It's coming from frontal and above. Okay, and it's kind of pointed at a lower area, right? And so how does that lower light come into play? This is where she's real tricky. I'll show you where that lower catch light comes in. So let's turn that back on. What this is, it's an acrylic panel causing a reflection in the eye. You see this? These are the actual catch lights up here, but they're angled down so that it's hitting this acrylic panel that's on a table or something in front of them. So it appears to be four sets of catch lights, and then you look over here, you can see that the tear is breaking this in half and making it diffuse again, so it looks like three beauty dishes on this side. There's only one beauty dish and two umbrellas, and that's just a reflection from that acrylic panel. Let's go back into Photoshop. So we know that's some kind of a reflective panel. It's not a mirrored panel. I would say it's black acrylic. And then you have the background light. It's probably a bare bulb with a gel on it. She's probably using like a gray background and putting a blue gel on the back. She could be using blue paper and just using a white bulb. But it's a bare bulb that's just causing a gradient. It's bright in the center and falling off to the outside. And so it's letting the background get darker around the edges. So this is a lighting setup. That's it. So I could go in and play with my lights and recreate something like this. This is kind of really dramatic because the light is coming from a low position and it's not real powerful. So on the ones that she uses the acrylic panel, you can see that there's a difference in the way the light is. And you can also tell that these umbrellas are barely even lit. You can see that you're just seeing the rib sections, which are the highest section in the modifier, because the power is way, way, way down on the front. Just enough to give a catch light, I would think, and light up some of that contrast areas in the face. But the beauty dish is giving most of the light in the front of the face. And it's not really a highlight, it's from low. That's why you're seeing it in the lower portion of the eye. That's it. Break these lighting diagrams down, and then you can start to play with lights and become a lighting master. I want to thank you all for taking time to visit my blog today, and until next time, we'll see you soon.